Speed. There's a lot to say about speed in driving. In accidents, a lot of other factors are at play next to speed. Also, the speedometer of each different car tend to deviate from each other. Quentin Willson is joining in on the speed debate in this episode from Series 42. Enjoy!
Speed is on the political agenda big time. Pathological speeders deserve everything they get. But how about the rest of us law-abiding motorists? How will we fare in a climate of zero tolerance and the most draconian approach to speed in 100 years?
But is the speed debate completely out of control? Is that chorus of worried voices becoming just too hysterical? Is the government right, as they never tire of telling us, that speed is the primary cause of road fatalities?
I think the speed debate has got out of hand. It's rather lost direction. Speed is undoubtedly a cause of accidents, but then so is bad driving, so are bad roads. There are lots of other causes. Speed is simply one.
And the latest voice to enter the debate is that of Assistant Commissioner of the Metropolitan Police, Paul Manning. Now, Paul Manning practices zero tolerance when it comes to speeding, but more than that, he's recently suggested that motorists should be fined and booked for doing just 1 mile an hour over the limit. What that means is if you're doing 21 in a 20, you'll be booked. 31 in a 30, 41 in a 40, 51 in a 50, 61 in a 60, etc., etc. So you could find yourself going down to the shops to get a paper, coming home and having lost your licence and your job, forcing me to pose the overwhelming and rather obvious question, is this a good idea?
The idea of 26 million motorists driving round, concentrating on their speedometer, scares me witless. Anything that takes a motorist's attention away from the road for however short a period of time has got to be wrong. And if we're all going to be driving around scared that we're doing 31 miles an hour, I can only see the accident rate going up, not down.
But do we really know how fast we're going? Can our speedos be accurate to within 1 mile an hour? We've taken 3 family cars and put their speedometers to the test.
This is a 10-year-old Sierra, well past its first flush of youth, but pretty representative of the average car on the road in the UK today. It's plugged up to a thing called a Datron Coravit, which, as far as the Home Office is concerned, is the benchmark for speed testing. This thing calibrates GATSOs, speed cameras, speed lasers, etc. for the police. We're going to compare what the real speed is against what the Sierra Speedo says. So here we go. Let's try 20 miles an hour. Let's just hold us steady for a moment, get an accurate reading. And according to the Datron, we are doing 22 miles an hour. So we would be in trouble. 30 miles an hour on the Speedo equates to 31 on the Datron. Again, we'd be in trouble. Let's try 40. Now that's now reading under 39 miles an hour. 50, even more under, 47. 60 miles an hour, 57. So the higher we get up the speed curve, the more inaccurate this thing is. 70 miles an hour, 67 on the machine. So at low speeds, it reads over. At high speeds, it reads under. Empirical proof that the mechanical speedometer, as fitted to a million Sierras, is not state-of-the-art.
And exactly the same thing happened with the Metro and the Jeep. Both read over at between 20 and 30 and under at between 50 and 70. So anybody with a car with a mechanical speedometer is going to find it near impossible to drive within the law. And zero tolerance has already caused some rather red faces. Last week, Assistant Commissioner Manning's chauffeured car was unofficially clocked by a Mail on Sunday reporter using a Home Office-approved speed gun, doing 43 miles an hour in a 40 limit. Mr. Manning insisted his Speedo was reading just 40 miles an hour. Top Gear's research proves he may well have been right, and that's our point. Britain's speedometers are anything but accurate.
Thank you for watching. Check out my channel for more old Top Gear videos and other content. Have a wonderful day.